Hi everyone, and welcome to your weekly angel reading for December 9th through to the 15th. I am going to be using the Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue, and let's see what they have to say for us first of all for Monday and Tuesday. Alright, I've already pulled a card for it, and it's Archangel Gabriel, Leadership. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. That's what the card says. Now, I don't know about you, but last week we spoke a lot about energy and taking care of our energy, spending time on really focusing on what we want. And this is an immediate shift of energy because Gabriel is very much asking us to step out into the world in some way. It doesn't mean the entire world, of course, but in whatever way that you're guided to share, or perhaps this week there is an important thing that you need to communicate or do, or to really be kind of take control of a situation. And Gabriel is a wonderful angel for helping us to do that. She's really also about communication. So if you're feeling like there's a message that you really want to share, she's asking you to have confidence in that, whether that be this week or in your life as a whole. It's really time for us to know that it's safe for us to shine and that we are capable, that we do have a lot to share. And most of us in some way, even if we don't do quote unquote some creative project as a job or share messages, angelic messages in the way that I do, we are messengers for each other. So much of the time we often think that the angels help us and then they kind of appear and then a miracle happens. We are angels for each other. So much of the time I hear guidance from my friends or people across the street because it's just what I needed to hear in that moment. Or perhaps somebody's calling you up and saying that they're having a difficult time. We're being an angel for that person. So really don't underestimate that, whether it's one person or 100. In the angel's eyes, it makes no difference, because if we touch one person, the ripple effect is so much more than we could imagine. Okay, and she's a fabulous archangel to help us to shine a light, to be she's actually like an angelic agent for those of us who want to share a message in some way. So going from the inner time of last week, this really feels a time not to hold back, particularly if people are asking for your assistance or assistance is being called for right now, knowing that you are qualified and capable and ready to do that. Okay, alright, so here we go for the second part of the week, Wednesday and Thursday. It's very interesting because of the message for the beginning of the week that we should get this card, because this is about prosperity. Archangel Ariel, your material needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. Well, first of all, Ariel is wanting us to know that she is present, because many of us at this time of year in the holidays, particularly with the whole gift buying and materialism that is so attached to this time of year, not to go into fear about money and to ask her to help you if there's anything that you really need right now. She's asking us to focus on our abundance, on our wealth in truth, because there's so much right now about the economy and going into fear about what that means for all of us and whether we're doing quote unquote well. And she's wanting us to know that if we can really allow ourselves to ask and to receive, then everything is in divine order. She's saying that our relationship to money is so often stunted because we've heard from the media that there's things wrong with it, or if you have lots of money that somehow that's selfish. But truthfully, it's energy. It's the energy that we get to share or receive in this earthly plane. So if we can allow ourselves to realize that it's another form of energy, perhaps it's easier for us to accept it. And my way of turning it around for myself is to remember that as we allow ourselves to receive, that we can actually give more, that we can do the things that we are called to do, like sharing those messages or being more of service to people, or writing that book, or creating a CD. In my case, as I did, I had absolutely no idea how that money was going to come to me, but I also allowed myself to follow the guidance to create the CD, and then the money came to me. It wasn't the thing that in the end, that stopped me from doing it. It was just, okay, I really have to do this, and I'm going to trust that money comes to me. We don't want to be irresponsible about it. Of course, we have to also know that, you know, of course, sometimes we really want to pay attention to the bills that are coming in, and we don't want to be irresponsible about anything. It's not about that, but it is about focusing on all that we have already, knowing that if we're guided to do something, the same guidance that has guided us to create something or do something for somebody or whatever it is will also support us. So sometimes we forget that part, that actually if we are really truly being guided, then it will work out and that the money will be provided to us. So please stay in your abundant creative selves in the middle of the week. Ask for the amounts or the help that you need, and then trust it. Stay with what you desire rather than what you fear. Money is the one thing that I hear so many people go into fear about, and me included sometimes, but we really must trust right now, and Ariel is a fabulous angel to help us do that. Okay, and going into the weekend, this is again very powerful card, Archangel Raziel, Clairvoyance. I am helping your spiritual sight to awaken fully so you can clearly see heavenly love. So again, this is also about trusting the guidance that we are receiving right now. So having, you know, assumed our power and knowing that we can share our message or get out into the world, and then to also ask for the prosperity, is to then remember that we can trust what we're receiving in the form of visions. That doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to see the angels. It can do. But we can maybe see flashing lights, which is also a sign of the angels. We could see number sequences or feathers or shop, you know, signs that have a message for us. We could see all kinds of different messages that are actually nothing to do with just our inner sight. It could be in the physical world. So that is still a form of clairvoyance. So the angels are asking us to pay attention to what we're seeing and to really hold also the vision that we have for ourselves in our third eye. That is our spiritual sight, to know that we are intuitive beings, and again that as we follow our guidance, things will unfold right now, to really take care of our energy as this beautiful wand is showing us, the light within us. Raziel is a fabulous archangel for helping us to really shine that light, much like Gabriel is. So it's really a time for us to kind of go, okay, we may be afraid, but I'm going to do it anyway. I may want to hide away, but this is actually time for me to shine my light more than ever. As we were saying, the angels are kind of highlighting the fact that it isn't an easy time for some people. So if you're finding yourself, you know, meeting people that are struggling right now, perhaps it really is about shining a light for them, giving them some hope at this time of the year. It can be magical. Raziel is a very magical angel, but also sometimes if people have lost loved ones or they're going through hardships, they need to be inspired by people who are, you know, feeling good. So just know that you can shine your light in various ways this week. It's a powerful week, but also to remember that you have the power within you, and that as you ask, as you shine your light, you are a magnet for all these amazing miracles and all these blessings in your own life. And as you can receive blessings, that you are also able to share these blessings out into the world. You are a blessing to me, you're a blessing to the angels and to everyone that comes across your path. It is, they're saying, a week for synchronicity, so pay attention to the magical ways that life shows you that we're all connected. Synchronicity means, you know, that another word for coincidence, which I don't believe in. It's really just God and the angels saying hello. I call them hello moments. Okay, so I'm wishing you tons and tons of miracles, blessings this week. I will speak to you next week with another reading, but in the meantime, I'm sending you tons and tons of love from me and the angels. Bye.